Man United have struggled for goals so far this season, as they did last. Rasmus Højlund's return to fitness can't come quickly for Erik ten Hag, but he won't solve the early season issues alone. The Denmark international is absent with a back injury and yet to make his debut for the Reds following a summer move from Atalanta. In his absence, United laboured to a 1-0 win over Wolves before slumping to a disappointing 2-0 defeat to Tottenham. It's not the start anyone at Old Trafford wanted and has raised more questions than answers. United have managed just one goal in 2 games and, just like last season, are struggling to find the back of the net. 2 matches is clearly a small sample size, but Ten Hag's men are displaying the same worrying traits that hampered them last term. Woeful away form was one, but a lack of goals was another, with Rashford's return of 30 in all competitions, more than double anyone else. United scored just 58 times in 38 games, comfortably the worst record in the top 6. And the underlying stats show it's the clinical edge rather than the creativity which is the issue. United's XG for last term was 76.90, according to Understat, meaning they underperformed by nearly 14 goals. Only Everton, 14.65, had a poorer ratio in the Premier League, and this season paints a similar picture. Ten Hag's men's XG for their opening 2 games is 4.42, as opposed to the 1 goal they have mustered, and the negative difference of 3.42 is the worst in the division. Some of that is bad luck, some good defending and some individual misjudgment. United are getting into good positions but are not finishing chances. Højlund will of course help. For one thing, his return will allow Rashford to move to his favoured left-hand side position, immediately lifting player and team. But the Dane is just 20 and new to English football. His XG last season of 0.50 was broadly in line with his per 90 return of 0.44. That put him 13th in the Serie A list for those with 10 or more appearances, alongside Dusan Vlahovic, but a long way behind Victor Osimhen, 0.94. Rashford, Garnacho and Anthony Martial all had a greater XG per 90 in the Premier League, suggesting Højlund is not going to come in and start scoring for fun. He is a fine player, one capable of scoring a variety of goals, but to put the burden on a young talent to suddenly solve one of the major United issues would be asking too much. He must be given time to adapt, and Ten Hag must find a system capable of bringing the best out of his talented front line. It means a collective responsibility, whether it be more from Rashford through the middle, a greater goal threat from midfield, or a sounder defensive structure to ensure that missed chances don't always mean missed points. Ten Hag is into his 2nd season now with largely an 11 he has put together. We created the chances. You have to score. It was not our day, he said after the Spurs defeat. He and United must now work out a way to ensure it is their day more often than not.